the cake slid off. My goodness, I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Thank you for joining me again on Hetty's Bake Shop. Today I would like to go through some steps that people don't really talk about. So right after baking, before you get your final beautiful coat, there's a few processes in between. You have to level your cake, tort it, fill it, crumb coat before. Usually people, I didn't get anyone teaching me that. So I just thought I'll come on here, let you know how I do it, and maybe you can learn something from it. So let's go. So after the cake is baked and it's cooled down, what I do is I put it in the freezer to chill for about 45 minutes to an hour, just so that I can prep the cake to get its final and beautiful coat. So we first do cooling. That is the cake in the tins right from the oven is hot. So you leave it out to cool, and then when you are able to touch it, not too cold, I like it to be a little bit warm, I wrap it in the saran wrap and I put it in the freezer. So after you take it out of the freezer, for me it's very important to level the cakes. Now you can choose not to level your cakes, that's completely up to you, but you run the risk of having lopsided cakes, or you have cakes that are like this height, so the cake is slanted, so your buttercream has to be balanced to get it straight. That's too complicated. So what I do is I cut off the top of the cake, make sure it's leveled, so my buttercream that goes on top of it is also leveled, and it makes just having a straight cake in the end so easy. So we do the leveling. So when it's time to fill the cake, I do a well of ganache. Don't ask me why and how, because boy, I've had a cake slide off and I had to find a way. The ganache is firmer than the buttercream and it holds the cake a bit more than the buttercream, and it's absolutely more delicious. So it just gives the cake an extra boost. So I make a well. I'm going to show you what I do. I make a well with the ganache, and then I put the buttercream in the middle, and then we stack the cake on top of it. When I'm done filling the cakes with the different layers, I coat the whole cake in ganache. I know it's weird, but it's more solid, it helps, so I just stick with it and it's delicious. So we do the first coat, that is the crumb coats with buttercream. It holds the crumbs in, and because we'll freeze that a little bit before we put on the next coat, before the final coat. So the first one is going to be ganache, the next one will be buttercream, and then we do the final coat in buttercream. Why, you would ask? Because the freezing the cakes locks in the moisture and all the yummy goodness that goes with that, and also it makes the cake more solid and easier to work with. So you don't want the cake to be so soft and moist and you're trying to crumb coat it and it's breaking. No, that is stress nobody needs. So what I do is I freeze it, and then once you freeze it and it comes back to room temperature, it's just like you took the cake from the oven. I think it even tastes better. So that is why I chill the cakes and make sure that it's easy to work with and the moisture is locked in. Nobody wants dry cake. So I level the cakes to get a beautiful starting point. The cakes come out and they may have a dome on top of it or a little dip in the middle. So just to make it easier and literally more level and easy to work with, I cut the top of the cake to the size of the layers that I want to use. So I don't have cake that is slanted. That means I'll have to either fill it with ganache or buttercream, or just end up with a tilted cake. Unless we're going for a lopsided design, there's no reason why the cake should be hanging to the side. That's why I level the cakes. Please like, comment and subscribe, and if you're feeling extra sweet, Share the videos to other people so they can watch it too. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can get the next videos. Thank you. Bye bye.